So today we've got Q&A question. Um, and the question today is, in filling out case studies in the digestion models, I realized that fatigue is often a symptom where chamomile is helpful for the gut. Should chamomile ever be left out if we're considering the sedative effects that chamomile has? So that's actually a good question. I have lots of people ask questions like that or similar for any kind of blend or anytime you're taking nervines, which, are calming to the nervous system and generally often used for sleepy time remedies, right? Okay, so typically speaking, when we use nervine herbs during the day, we're using them in lower doses, and at night, we're using them in higher doses for more of their sedating effects. So usually when we're using it in smaller amounts, it's less of effect. But I did learn from Thomas Easley that you should be able to tolerate any nervines or any herbs used for sleep in a daytime blend as long as you're not sleep deprived or have sleep debt that needs to be repaid. So I have definitely found that to be true in my practice. I give lots of herbs that I would also give to help people sleep for their daytime remedies. So I don't have problems giving anyone a nervine during the day. Sometimes I lessen the dose and have them work their way up to the dosing that I want, just so they don't get like an immediate sleepiness because they're not used to them. So that's one way you can get past that, is just by starting slow, a lower dose, and then working your way up to a higher dose during the daytime. But yeah, I don't have any problems giving chamomile tea during the day either. And generally, when I'm telling somebody to drink some chamomile tea for during the day, I'm having them drink 4 to 8 ounces. And then typically I'll have them start with 4 ounces. And generally it's with meals anyway, which kind of helps with that sleepiness any rate. However, if you do drink chamomile tea and get really sleepy and you get plenty of sleep, then it warrants asking some other questions like, is the quality of your sleep good? So, say you get 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night, and then you drink some chamomile tea and it makes you super sleepy, then you want to know about your quality of sleep. Are you waking up well rested? If you're not, then your quality is likely not that great. Are you super sleepy during the day and fall asleep during your favorite activities without even taking chamomile or any other nervines? Then that's where you might want to do a sleep apnea questionnaire and then talk to your doctor about getting evaluated for maybe some sleep apnea, because oftentimes those type of problems come along with sleep apnea. So that's just something to get checked out if you are still, if you get really sleepy with chamomile, or you could actually be allergic to chamomile because it is in the Asteraceae family, and some people are pretty sensitive to that family, and they can be allergic to chamomile, which would be a bummer and sad, but it happens. Any questions on that one?
Um, does the sedative effects of chamomile become less the stronger you steep it? Because the stronger you steep it, it becomes more of a bitter, and then like the less it's steeped, it's sweeter. So does that help also if you steep it longer?
Well, when you steep it longer, yes, the more bitter properties come out of it, but whether or not, but you're also, it's more medicinal then because you're steeping it longer. So personally, I would think that it would be stronger with its sedating effects the longer you steep it, but I don't know. That sounds like a really good test for anybody to do, though, to see if steeping it longer or shorter makes them sleepy or less sleepy. So, good question. Anything else on this subject? And then we'll move on. All right, no more questions.